Joining us, ladies and gentlemen, is a man that took happiness away from an entire state. Okay? A man who's a two-time NBA champion. He was once voted the most Italian in sports Italians.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Oklahoma City Thunder legend, Alex Caruso.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sound so excited to have me, Pat. Appreciate it.
I want to let you know, there was a moment of being torn, okay? I forget which game it was in the series. You came in and just went ape shit. Maybe game 2, maybe I forget when it was. Early in the series, you came in and were fucking outrageous, okay? I don't remember the exact moment. I was pumped for you. I'm like, holy shit. Caruso looks so cool with that headband, that fresh bald ass head.
Clean.
Looks so cool. But also he is balling out there. Then immediately you continued to do it and continued to do it and then continued to do it. And all I saw was you take happiness away from my family and my friends. So yeah, I'm not exactly thrilled about how the series ended up, but there was certainly an acknowledgement of how you were playing then and what you meant to that team. Congratulations, Caruso.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. I think the great state of Indiana, I think they had a lot of happiness over the last 2 months, and I don't think it's all negative in the end. You know, they had a couple good month and 3 weeks, but there can only be one winner.
Yeah, it was a great run. We had a great time.
Also, me trying to ignore you giving rally speeches in the start of the third, into the third, beginning of the fourth, every game in Indiana was really hard. I'm not gonna lie.
So funny you say that because when those things happen, like literally, I'm not told beforehand. I'm just kind of handed the microphone, asked if I would do it, kind of feel obligated. Now I have an opportunity to do it.
They peer pressure you.
Yeah, it is kind of one of those. But with that being said, do the thing. Okay, I'll do the thing. You won. I think you had 13 points in the third quarter, maybe 14 points in the third quarter. I forget what it was. And I was going to start one of them with Caruso, relax. And then I was going to go right into it, but I didn't want to start any shit. I really didn't want to. I didn't want to start any shit. I didn't want to get in any trouble. I'd already, had some heat.
I respect the game.
Okay.
Respect the game.
Let's talk about your Oklahoma City team, man. Obviously, once you guys win, we as a Pacer bias show go through all the different records in the history, in the most 10-point or 15-point win, 20-point wins, 30-point wins. Maybe one of the most dominant seasons a team has had in any sport. Why do you think that is the case? I know that's such like a cliche question, but actuality, is it because of how close you guys are? Did you know it going into the season? Like, when did you feel as if this team was going to be historic?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they obviously, they were the 1 seed last year, even before me and Hartenstein joined the team. So, they had a great kind of foundation to build on with just, the talent they had and, how good the team was. And then I think me and Hart just fit in so well with the roles that we played. And, at the end of the day, dude, it comes down, there's just a talented team. We're literally, through the season, we won 68 games, and we played, most nights we played 10 guys. If somebody sat out or our bigs were hurt, we played with no centers and won games. All that kind of got overlooked because it's just the season, and it's one game after another, and you're just rolling through it. But we were dominating teams in the regular season and not playing fourth quarters. And I think some of that got swept under the rug because of obviously it is a smaller market in Oklahoma City, and we got pushed into national TV games in February because we were so good and nobody expected it, so they had to add 5 to 10 games where we're playing the Cavs and the Celtics and Denver and the Lakers on TV. And I think it's just a testament to the organization, and then the dudes on this team, man. We're good players. That's at the end of the day, that's what it is, a bunch of dogs and really good players. Yeah,
it was evident as we were watching him in person. It was very cool to see how your team operates. And I think you were talking about that Celtics game in Boston, I believe, at the end of the season when they put you on national television. Because the storyline, now we're not the NBA coverage show. You know that. We got some good jumpers in here, though. We got some good jumpers.
We've been talking a lot of NBA.
Couple good clips.
Are you talking about a clip, like that type of clip? Or are you talking about
shooter?
Okay, good. Yeah, I didn't know if you're talking about me making one shot as a clip and then the 10 misses. You
got a couple of those too.
Okay, listen, Paisan, you're a champion. All right, I understand you're a champion this entire thing. I would feel good about our show, though, in a full basketball game against any show.
No doubt.
We would like that to be known. Any show.
That's it.
Any sport. coverage too. We would put 5 together against any show. So that is an open challenge. Even though we are not an NBA show, we know
that could be a series. You could put that together. That could do some numbers on YouTube or on a certain platform.
Yeah, but some of those shows, the guys are so old, it'd be tough to get them up and
torn ACL.
We'd have to figure that out.
Small sample size league, got it.
And I did factor that into why we would win.
Sure.
So for the teams that have good basketball players, those guys are a little bit older, think we could maybe. This game's 21.
Yeah.
This game's 21, and it is full court.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to have to run.
Yeah, got to be full court.
Yeah, we're going to have to run.
We don't need a center either.
Yeah, we're going to play like them against some of those teams. But the whole conversation, maybe drop the rim too, 8 feet. Anyways, I mean, there's a lot of conversations we can have later about that. We respect basketball, play basketball. We're not necessarily an NBA coverage show, but we do feel like towards the end of it, as we're following along with the Pacers in our city and we're friends with Tyrese and the boys, it's like the conversation was nobody's talking about this OKC team. Nobody's talking about this OKC team. That was kind of the convo about you guys. Then obviously SGA, this guy's the MVP. This guy's the MVP, clear MVP. Do you think next year Oklahoma City will get more respect throughout the entirety of the season? And do you think SGA can keep up with what he's doing right now? He's outrageous to watch play basketball.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing with pro sports, for the most part, right? Like 95% of pro sports, you have to earn it. So like whatever, until you win, they don't really care about you. They're not going to put you on TV. They're not going to talk about you. But once you win, you can't ignore it. So from that aspect, we better play on Christmas next year.
No, you need Christmas Eve, brother. Yeah. NFL took Christmas. You guys got Christmas Eve.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, sorry about it.
I would love to play Christmas morning and have the rest of the day to watch football.
Okay, and
that would be great.
And to be clear, I'd like to watch your team play. You guys are a fun team to play basketball. And can you elaborate about SGA a little bit? You've been around now. Obviously, you're old. You're old. They call you Unk, I believe. Yeah, you're old. Yeah, you're old in that locker room. Can you talk about SGA a little bit? What makes him different? Why he is who he is behind the scenes that maybe we don't know about?
Yeah, I think he does a great job of kind of protecting his his lifestyle and his home base, because everybody, he's a pretty soft-spoken guy. You don't see him, he's not on the court screaming, complaining to refs, doing all that. Like, he's just strictly about business when it comes to basketball, and that business for him is winning. And like that's the coolest thing I think for me is like he had all these games where there's a couple times this year, like I said, where we would blow people out and we wouldn't play the fourth quarter, and he's like upset, like he wants to go in and play the game still, and like not in a sense of like I got to get to 40 points or something, but
which
like
he did.
Literally is like which he would have already anyway. But he's like, if I'm going to be here, like we might as well get after it and play. And I think I saw that early in the year, and just the longer I went on through the season, like his competitive fire, dude, it's second to none. And I mean that's the reason he's MVP, makes it look effortless, all that stuff. Like he's got the work ethic that all the greats have, and then that competitive spirit to be the best and want to do it again and again. It's fun to be around, man. He's fun to play with.
Did you teach him the push-off, or did he already have that whenever you got there?
No, I think he got that from Michael Jordan.
Oh, smart. That's smart.
Yeah, learn from the greats.
D-Bud has a question for you.
Yeah, you're a two-time champ now. Didn't get the parade the first time around, obviously because of COVID. But how was the parade? I know I saw a lot of propaganda on the internet saying it was bullshit, but then I saw some real pictures, some real videos. How was that experience for the whole state to come out and celebrate you guys?
The parade was lit, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It was short-lived for me. I was asleep by about 2-3 p.m.
Hell yeah.
Body went to auto shut-off or auto shutdown. I got a lot of sleep. From the end of the parade till this morning. But no, the parade was sick, man. I think they said it was something like 2 miles long, and you can see like this is the end just at the park that we went to, but like it was 10 to 15, 20 people deep on both sides the entire time. It was loud. Like I didn't realize, being out in the street, I didn't really know what the noise was going to be like. Like you said, first time for me, so I'm figuring it out. But man, it was sick. There were some cool signs. There was one that said Caruso for Pope. So I might have post-career plan, I might move over and get to the true Italian roots and get to the Vatican.
Okay.
How Italian are you? You super duper Italian? You look Italian as shit, I will say.
Yeah, my dad's 50%. His mom was my grandma was 100%.
Do you know whereabouts?
Yeah, one of my aunts traced it back to like Sicily, or just like a small town outside of Sicily. So like we have like roots and ancestors back through there. I don't know specifics of that, but like.
What did you win? You won the Super Italian of the Italian days. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
What was the Italian award you won?
I don't know. You're telling me. I don't know what you're talking about.
He was on the All
I
Italian.
thought it was like Italian American Athlete of the Year or something.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
They gave you a pinky ring, right?
Internet anointed.
Yeah, no. I think it was an
I think real
actual.
deal.
I saw an actual graph. I think you're owed a pinky ring or two now to go next to the other championship ring. Something to look into. Connor has a question for you about a guy that we've learned a lot about here.
Yeah, Caruso, congratulations again on your second trophy.
Thanks,
First one for your coach, Coach Dags. Some people have said that you're supposed to say Dagenalt. I've heard it said other ways as well. What's he like as a guy? Darius kind of reminded himself and us that he was giving him buckets at UConn when he was working for Calhoun back in the day. But what is Coach Dags like?
World. That's a crazy pull.
Yeah, oh yeah. D-Bud played him.
UConn with him. I forgot he was at UConn. That's a great pull.
Team manager.
Coach Dags elbowed D-Bud under the hoop one time.
Also, I think we'll officially start calling him Coach Dags, and we'll get rid of Dags.
I got another idea for you though. Before we
Okay.
go to Dags,
You're not gonna like it.
Yeah, we'll get there maybe later.
Okay. What was the question?
Hold on, you don't call him Coach Dags, just so we know.
No.
Okay, great.
I mean, I call him-
Shams
I call him
walked
Mark.
us right into that.
Yeah.
He did.
We tell him we did not mean any disrespect if he knows we exist. He should. We're UConn Bubs.
Good name.
Ask him.
I'm gonna call him that, and he's gonna hate it, and it's gonna be great.
Let's not cause any strife.
Calm.
Actually, maybe. Yeah. Start it now.
No,
Plant the
it's good for
seeds.
him.
You guys
It's good
hating
for
each
him.
other over
Yeah,
there.
not a
That'd be
bad
good.
idea.
We'll see you in the finals next year.
Yeah. Well.
To the entirety. What's he like, though, I think, is just kind of the question. Coach Dags.
Yeah. Coach Dags, man, he's a unique dude. Like, he's like any of the great coaches in the league nowadays. Like, he's a basketball junkie, basketball nerd. Like, when we went to the Cup in Vegas this year, everyone, like, you'll venture around the city, you might gamble a little, you might go to dinners. I don't think he left his hotel room. He was just cutting up film, watching basketball, and like he was annoyed that we had to go to Vegas for the Cup. But that's just kind of the guy he is. Like, he's a ultimate problem solver. And honestly, for being, a younger coach, you say less established. I mean, he's won Coach of the Year and a chip now, but new head coach in the league, first real like big job besides the G League team. He does a crazy good job of like having a clear, concise message for the team and then holding guys accountable. Like, from Shea down to our two-way guys. Like, it doesn't matter who it is. Everyone, is reprimanded the same, encouraged the same, motivated the same. And it goes a long way for the team dynamic, in pro sports, to be able to hold everybody to the same standard if somebody's messing up.
Yeah, it's huge for our sport. I assume it's huge for yours as well.
Yeah.
We have nothing but respect for him and your entire squad. We got a hard out in about 45 seconds. So in 10 seconds or less, can you say something good about Indiana and the crowd and maybe the team?
The weather was beautiful in Indiana while we were there. I really appreciated that. The fans were a little rude, so I'll stay away from them. But the team does deserve a round of applause. The team had a crazy good run. I think they overachieved in everybody else's eyes, but I think from the inside looking out, they just played their game, and they were tough out. Like, it was not easy. We had to play good basketball to beat them. So, hats off to them, Tyrese, Pascal, all those guys, Coach Carlisle.
And hats off to you, champ. Two-time. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate it, y'all.
We'll see you next hour.